Spooky season is almost upon us, and what is scarier than spending the rest of your life surrounded by clutter and just taking care of that, moving it, cleaning it, dusting it, stuff that you don't want or need or like for all eternity. No, let's get that stuff out of our homes this month. Let's go. Hi guys, it's Laura and I help you live a simpler, happier, more spacious and less spooky life. So let's dive in this month, because every month I share 10 things that you can declutter to take the guesswork out of what to get rid of. So let's start sweeping away the cobwebs. Let's get rid of all of that clutter hidden in dusty, dark corners so that you can breathe easy again. And the first thing on the list: costumes and accessories. I did not even realize how much dress up stuff my daughter had until I went around the house looking for a few bits to hang up for this video. But yes, it could be costumes that your kids have, so like dress up stuff like all of these, or it could be grown up dress up stuff like all of those fancy dresses that you're saving for when you're invited to a ball or whatever. So go through all of those types of things, whether they be Halloween costumes, whether they be dress up stuff that your kid has, or just your own fancy dress up gear. If you want to, you can also go through, like I said, the accessories that come with it. There may be bags or shoes or jewelry or headpieces, all of that sort of stuff. Maybe you've got some costume jewelry that you could go through. Clear out all of the costume clutter. I really like this guy though. He's my favorite. Anyway, I have a friend to help me with this next one. So let's go downstairs. Jack is back, named after this one, and he is here to help us declutter the ghosts of Christmas past. Isn't that right, Jack? Yeah. Actually, I found this while I was going through stuff for this next category, and I think I'm just gonna wear it for the rest of this video. Oh, magical. Anyway, that is seasonal or Halloween decorations, all of that seasonal decor that just tends to build up. Go through it if there's something there that I think it's just not in good condition anymore, or if you don't want it anymore, if you just have too much of it. Go through, weed out the ones that are kind of surplus to requirements, and only keep the best of the best. But yeah, say goodbye to the rest of those old skeletons, huh? Not you, Jack. Not you. You will stay forever. Never let go, Jack. Never let go. But yeah, let go of this stuff. Next, we are talking about one of the scariest spots in your home, and that is your junk drawer. Spend just 5 minutes going through it, weed out the rubbish, and then just kind of straighten up what's left. This is a space that can get out of hand very quickly, because it's where you kind of drop all of that stuff that doesn't really have another home, or you're not sure what to do with it. And if you're like me, you're probably not sure what to do with 99% of the stuff that comes into your home kind of unannounced, unexpectedly, or all of those random bits and bobs, birthday candles, tape, all of those things that you know will come in handy at some point, but right now, So de-scarify it. Just spend a few minutes straightening it up, getting rid of all the broken elastic bands, pens that no longer work, those types of things, and turn your junk drawer into a stuff I will actually use at some point drawer. Doesn't roll off the tongue quite as easily though, does it? Still, next up then, witch's brew. Or if you want to get all normal, boring about it, alcohol. And mixers, or anything that you might use to serve alcohol to yourself or guests. So maybe wine glasses, shot glasses, could be bottle openers, all that type of stuff. Now, I don't personally drink alcohol. My husband doesn't drink alcohol. My daughter certainly does not drink alcohol. So we just have a few small items for guests, people who come over. But whether your collection is large or little, it's still a good time to whittle it down if there are some things that have been there for quite a while. Or if you don't have alcohol in the house, or a lot of alcohol in the house, you could focus on syrups and spreads. Whew, let's hot in this hat. Anyway, next one up is potions and perfumes. Believe it or not, these both have expiry dates on them. So usually you'll find like a little tub with a number and the letter M afterwards. That means that once it's opened, you need to discard it within 12 months, 6 months, whatever that number is. And perfumes as well. After a while, these do not have the same scent at all, or maybe you've just outgrown a particular scent. I'm not big on perfume, so I don't really wear it all that often. So a lot of the perfume I have 2 bottles of perfume, but I've had them for a while. This one is the most recent, but it's still several years old, and you can see I have not used even half of it, probably maybe not even a quarter, around a quarter. But it's time to declutter all of the potions and perfumes that are not casting their right spell for you. I'm on fire with all of these spooky puns. Move over, Jack. Taking up the whole show here. Here, sit on my lap. Oh, you've got cobwebs everywhere. It's true to form, I guess. Here we go. Face the camera, Jack. People want to see your beautiful bone structure. I was going to start the segment off with shiver me timbers, but that seems a little unnecessary now. Anyway, shiver me timbers or declutter them. What am I even doing with my life? This is what I get paid to do, people. Anyway, timbers, pieces of wood, planks of various shapes and sizes that you probably have left over. Oh my goodness. What are we doing, Jack? That you probably have left over from previous projects that you've been tackling around the house. Do you mind? Stop. Am I going to have to WD-40 you? Gotten a little squeaky in your old age. And listen, it doesn't have to be planks of wood and bits of timber and stuff, though I'm sure you probably have some of those lying around. Certainly if you're like my dad, you do. But any sort of unfinished project. I'm currently painting, so I've got lots of painting supplies, although you can see the fruits of my labor here behind me. But if you have an unfinished project, and I'm willing to bet that you do, go through it and get rid of it. If you are not going to finish it, there's probably a reason it's unfinished. How long has it been sitting there unfinished? But maybe you have finished a project and you just have odds and ends still lying around from it. See what you can get rid of and then send it on its way. Jack, you just kicked me. What was that about? Okay, you seriously need a wash. You are covered in cobwebs. This is what happens when you only come out once a year. Okay, how about you have, just sit down here, rest your weary bones. Hee hee. I'll go do the rest of this video. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, situate yourself. Come on now. There we go. Job done. Actually, I regret getting up, so I'm just going to sit straight back down again for this next one. Speaking of shiver me timbers and all things pirates, were we talking about that? Not really. Anyway, roll with it. Okay, next one is treasure maps. Or just maps in general, or anything, you know, property surveys, or maybe you had some landscaping done years ago and you still have the map, the plan of all of that. Do you really need it? Maybe it's for previous properties that you don't even own anymore. I am guilty of this, of just keeping every piece of paper that relates to property because it must automatically be important. But very often it is not. So if you have any sort of maps or surveys or, you know, just plans for things that you definitely know you don't need anymore, or you should know that you don't need anymore, you can declutter those. If there's anything personal or private on it, make sure that you're shredding at those bits. But unless it's an actual treasure map, you should probably let go of the vast majority of that stuff. Okay, where are we off to next? Ah, yes. A truly terrifying space for you next, and that is underneath your couch cushions. Who knows what horrors are down there, but pick one couch, pick an armchair, or pick multiple. Lift up those cushions, maybe wear gloves, maybe wear a mask, maybe, you know, a full suit if you must. I can pretty much guarantee that this will not be a nice, clean job. Maybe bring a vacuum cleaner. But on the plus side, because there is a plus side to this, that is finders keepers. Any doubloons or booty you find down there belongs to you. Oh, this booty belongs to me. Oh, humor of a 5-year-old. Okay, I've got one more for you folks. Jack, you don't have to worry about this one. Not an issue for you, but it is the most terrible thing of all, created by Satan himself. Braz. Particularly underwire ones, or those ones, who invented these? Okay, it was a man. I bet it was a man. It was a man, wasn't it? The ones that have removable pads. Why? Why? What are you gonna do with those? You wash them, they fall out. It's like tiny little space for you to try and get it back in. Oh no, no, no. Anyway, lads, listen, you're only supposed to keep Braz apparently for a few months. That is not the case with me. I become attached to the ones that I find that are moderately comfortable, so I tend to hang on to them for quite a while. But you may have ones that are just uncomfortable, or that are stretched too much, or the underwire is poking out, or they do have those removable pads and you just want to throw the whole thing out the window. But whatever, now is the time to declutter these torture devices. You don't have to get rid of all of them, although more power to you if you do. The Witch Sisterhood applauds you. But definitely the ones that you're just not wearing or that have seen better days. Although you don't have to go too crazy, because if I were to declutter all my bras that have seen better days, I would have none left. Although, you know, that's maybe not a bad idea, actually. Anyway, those are 10 spooky, scary things that you can declutter in the month of October. Don't mind me, Jack. You just have a rest there for yourself. Let me do all the heavy lifting. Actually, maybe I'll join you. I'm due a cat nap. But if you liked this video, I do one every single month, and in between there are lots of other videos on decluttering, so make sure that you are subscribed. As I said, I like to take the guesswork out of what to get rid of. And until next time then, Gurv Mila Mahagwiv. Agus Becky Make Sure to Glua. Slán. Samhain is the Irish word for Halloween, just in case you're wondering. Maybe you're not, but in case you are. Once again, I show my underwear to the world. Why? Why? Huh. The things I do for a video. Hope you appreciate it. See ya.